All right, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm telling you, now I'm just coming to you. This is about the election and the results and what happened. And normally, I probably would have flipped out and lost my mind, about what happened with this election. But this is why it's so important, man. We got to talk to God. You know what I mean? And then you got to get knowledge, you got to get information, and it tells you that in Proverbs about getting understanding, getting knowledge, getting wisdom. Because if not, you'll stay on that same path as you was before. And, I was a strong Democrat and I was pushing, I like a lot of the stuff that they push and what they do for the people. But in my further research and looking into different things that's going on, and just example what's going on with Diddy and, even with the Freemasonry, all that is tied together. Now it's a deeper level, it's a deeper state where a lot of this stuff is being controlled. And sad to say, I believe Democrats are more of a part of it. But I think Republicans, they'll fight more of that kind of stuff, especially with the so-called Christians that's within, the Republican ranks. So being armed with that new information, and I did not want to, because I view race as a big thing, man. I really do. And if you don't like me because of my color, there's no starting point. And even though I know this, like they got something up, they got some stuff ready for us black people. But what's bigger than that? Bigger than that is you're about to face death right now. Is at the door. So whenever that is presented to you, you got to make a stronger, that trumps race. And really, I believe it's for everybody. You know what I mean? Like what they trying to do to everybody now is for blacks, Hispanics, poor whites, some of the rich white, whoever. So, and it's that dire, man. And only Trump and RFK and some of these people he's putting into positions of power, they're talking about this stuff. They're trying to deal with this stuff. Kamala wasn't. She didn't say one thing about COVID and trying to deal with COVID and how it's a health risk. She didn't say nothing. She didn't say nothing about the CIA, the FBI, these intelligence agencies that got us all under surveillance now. But the Republicans are. It might be, they're talking about downsizing government. These intelligence agencies need to be downsized. They getting all this money, so they only thing they got to do all day is to think about ways into how to get us. I don't even think they don't spend a bulk of their time thinking about other countries and trying to fight against them. It seems like they spend a majority of their time how to manipulate us Americans, causing distractions, floods and hurricanes and all this different stuff for distractions and just trying to hurt us. So with that being said, in the Bible, man, you always seen like people had to pay attention to God. The children of Israel, they had to keep looking at the clouds, following the clouds, and God would feed them manna every day. So last year, last week, you might not get fed the same way. Last year, you might not keep doing the same thing. whatchamacallit got to he was about to sacrifice his son, Abraham. And at the last minute, God had a ram in the bush and said he didn't have to. That's why we got to keep paying attention to God, keep paying attention to knowledge, because this time is different, I believe. So as far as us black people, man, we gotta I believe we gotta get behind, this stuff of Trump downsizing government, of Trump with RFK especially, with him dealing with this COVID stuff. They're trying to make him seem like he crazy, he out of it, but he on point with this stuff. They want to inject us with all this nanotechnology and be able to control our bodies and stuff. Nah, that's what that's about. All right, so it's bigger stuff than race right now. So we got to infiltrate the government. We got to get into positions this time. We still got to get, things that we need out of the government for our communities. All right, so we got to infiltrate. And I even say this, because it's more stuff going on than just that. All right, because they do got some racial stuff planned. So at any time that major stuff like that is starting to happen, we got the right to abort whatever and focus on our race and coming together in that kind of a way. We might have to fight. We might have to fight. I'm telling you, it's that serious. We might have to fight. It might have to be a war or whatever. But I'm telling you, with this stuff that they got that they could do to your brain and do to your body now, man, it's we're in the Matrix right now. And hopefully with Trump, they could deal with some of this stuff. They could get COVID out of some people's bodies. They could start to, deal with a lot of this corruption, because Democrats, they getting paid off. So they just going along with it. They're not talking about it. They're not making a fight about it. And that's crazy, because you think they would, because they're the ones that's doing good for the people. But they're allowing the people to get bamboozled. And this is some weird stuff. I'm trying to figure it out, because it seems like the Democrats will deal with certain stuff, and then Republicans, they'll deal with certain stuff. So I think they're crazy enough to deal with some of this stuff we got going on. So I haven't heard anybody give this angle yet. You know what I mean? Everybody just still, they're on what we did last year and how we supposed to react, respond. Nah, man, if you listening to God and you getting knowledge and you getting wisdom, God gonna switch it up. And that's why I believe, you gotta have certain leaders that get visions and they're listening to God and they're being directed. Because you're gonna end up just following everybody else off the cliff. So in that aspect, I would say that I'm a leader. Like, I do get fresh versions of stuff, and and then you got to have the strength and the power to speak it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, if you switch or you do whatever, they'll be like, yo, what you doing? Why you ain't? And you used to be like that. Yo, you got new information. You got a lot of knowledge of what's going on. You got your ear to the ground. You know what I mean? I've been listening and just seeing what's going on with this deep state and Freemasonry stuff. Yo, they really got it in for people, man. And it's big, because if you could do something big, like give everybody COVID and COVID shots, you got to have a big response. If people revolt, you got to have a bigger response for that. You think they ain't think of plan B and C and D? All right, so that's I've been wanting to say this for a while, and I just had the chance to really do that today. But I just say as black people, man, we gotta, we still gotta stay strong as black people. We gotta keep our self-respect, you know, because the whole thing is, most of it is, they want us to say mercy. They want us to be like, mercy, we scared. What y'all doing? They so scared of us that they want us to perpetually be scared of them. And we're not about to play that game. We're not scared. We don't want y'all to be scared, and hopefully we could do what's right about this country for this country. It's probably small, but it's still a small chance for us to get it right and do some good stuff for this country before people revolt, man. Before it be, terrible. This election could have caused revulsion, especially amongst the blacks. What would we want to, be putting up with this kind of stuff for? If white people can just change and vote their culture and vote their whiteness, vote their interest of being white and majority, if y'all could just do that at the drop of a dime, what we invested for? Because we're not trying to be unequal. We're not trying to be 3/5. So, we got to keep this stuff in mind, man. And we just got to pray, man. Pray that God brings all this together, bring us all through, and work all this stuff out for the good. Because this is definitely, man, it's some strong, dark powers, and they're ready for the end. They might try to have the end. But with some strong warriors and some strong people in place and some strong people willing to take some actions, maybe some stuff could be saved for our kids and future generations, and they can have their peace, they can have their law, they can have this country doing good. But a lot of people need to be held accountable. Dr. Fauci, CIA, the intelligence agencies, they got to be held accountable, man. Some stuff got to be done. And hopefully Trump could do that. Trump, one thing I do give him, he ain't scared, and he'll, like right now, he putting people in place. He putting people in positions to do certain stuff. And we got to see the wisdom. And that's the thing. People that we trust. I trust MSNBC. I trusted CNN. And that's all they can say is, oh, look at them. They're crazy. They putting crazy people in there, and they're not acknowledging that some bad stuff went down with that COVID in the shot. So, I'm just, we gotta, we just gotta stand strong, be prayed up. And we gotta fight for this country, man. We gotta fight. It's a lot right about it, and as black people, we made this country better with civil rights and just different movements. It's more equal and better today than it ever was. And we shouldn't just easily give up on it. But we shouldn't be in perpetual fight mode either. Who want to be fighting? We fought for our rights, and we still fighting every year for this, and we fighting for that, and we fight. Can we just chill? You know what I mean? Can we get 5 years to chill, 10 years? Can we just chill and have equal rights like everybody else and do great things, and people not be at us, trying to get at us, do stuff to us? Can we just chill? We haven't been able to chill. Can we relax? You talk about psychology and people needed counseling, and we haven't been able to get counseling. And they're constantly after us. All right. So, all right, let's get to the grind, man. We gotta, like I said, infiltrate, and hopefully bad stuff don't start to happen. And get good stuff for people, man. All right. Let's do it. Peace.